Digicom Weekly Growth Marketing Podcast.
Hey guys, this is Hemant from Digicom, No Bullshit Growth Marketing Agency. We're here for another week of podcasting. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, give us a follow.
So what we're going to go through this week with Vinay and Hemant is, what is IG automation? Why use IG automation and who can benefit from it? We're going to look at the differences between email versus IG automation, MSS, what that is, marketing, sales, support. We're going to break those down, as well as, the available solutions for all these.
So Vinay, what is IG automation? I know you've been doing a lot of work with a number of our partners, and you've been implementing IG automation. So tell us a little bit about it.
Absolutely. So IG automation is a way to automate all the conversation that you would possibly do with your first customers, prospects on IG if they DM you inquiring about, hey, is this service available? Hey, how much do I pay for this? Can you help me with this? We've seen that, and as consumers trend toward, using Instagram as the main platform to discover brands and then, buy from them and also engage from them, it's become so important to kind of utilize this channel. And especially on Instagram, this has been fairly new, maybe, about 2 to 3 years when Facebook allowed, messaging partners to build bots on IG. It has been there for quite some time on the Facebook Messenger app, and it kind of gives you a lot of functionality, same as IG. But yeah, it's just automating all the possible conversations, but the format is, again, very conversational, and it gives the customer a very different experience that they would otherwise have by visiting a landing page and going around and discovering things for themselves.
Cool. Thank you for just giving us an overview. I know we've had different types of clients that, are leveraging IG automation. We as Digicom, we also leverage IG automation for any sort of inbound. Can you talk a little bit about how the IG automation can differ by client or how it's customizable?
Absolutely. And before we go there, anybody who wants to, experience the flow there can hit our IG channel, DM us, free audit, and you can go through the experience, as well as if you're looking for some help on how to grow your marketing, how to grow your business. That would give you a fair idea of how that works. So I think there's pretty much no limit application when it comes to IG automation. The core backbone would be, if you have a business where your customers are on IG, you should definitely be leveraging that. And then for customers, for people who are, receiving a lot of engagement and a lot of queries already on IG, this becomes a very important tool to cut down a lot of manual effort that you would usually do replying to comments, replying to DMs, and, kind of automate that, put them give them the best possible response in the best possible time. Facebook, IG, all of that take into consideration and how your account performs. So yeah, that's kind of the base of who and what sort of businesses can use it. E-commerce, local businesses, if you are a coach, consultant, agency, I probably can't name a business right now that can't benefit from it.
Sweet, thank you for that.
Cool. A little bit of kind of evaluating also and seeing the benefits of IG automation. I would also want to kind of bring down the fact that engagement, and we've been hearing this on Facebook since the start. Facebook favors engagement, and usually we've seen that as time progresses every year, you see that organic reach and that organic engagement dropping. So in a way, the IG automation also helps you boost that engagement, which in turn kind of gives you more reach, more impressions. And we'll talk that further ahead. We've seen some really good businesses selling on messenger bots and IG automation itself. So you can probably connect your messenger with Shopify, have that integration, and start showing your products within the IG feed. If you're planning to build an SMS and email list, you can do that from within Instagram. So now there's a you're giving people a different experience, but within that experience, you can still ask for their emails, SMS, and sync them to whether you have like an email automation tool or you have an SMS tool there. So I think it's how Facebook envisions the entire ecosystem to be, within Facebook. Everything lives within that. IG automation is one of those things that lets people do a lot of things that they would otherwise go to a website, visit, talk to customer service, and then just have that seamless experience within the platform.
Sweet. Thank you.
Great. Vinay, I mean, I know a lot of people are doing their retargeting or outbound messaging through email, but do you think that IG automation would be almost a competitor to email? And can you explain some of the differences in how they could be using IG automation versus email?
Absolutely. So there are few technical nuances that we are kind of going to discuss here. It's probably not there as a direct competitor to email. One of the reasons is the adaptation and also the technical know-how and learning curve, and then implementing this. But if you kind of do a fair comparison of how you look at email marketing as a success versus messenger, deliverability, number one, for larger brands and brands that have email lists that are filtered, you have suppression in place, and you have the best quality leads, you still see lesser than 50%. Like that's probably the highest that we've come across in terms of deliverability, and especially when you're doing broadcast messages, when you're sending out emails to thousands of people. At that particular time, ESPs or your email service providers would usually kind of rank you down or not ensure that all of the emails are getting delivered. With Messenger, that's not an issue unless and until you start spamming people on Messenger. The deliverability of your message is close to 100%. Once that's taken care of, the open rates, a lot of innovation and copywriting tactics and what are the best times to send an email so that they get opens, and using emojis and all the other tactics on subject lines. Email still kind of gives you, we've seen majority of our clients running like an open rate of 10 to 15, 17%. Some email lists that are really, really engaged and the topics are really interesting, we've seen them go up to 40. Messenger, on the other hand, 80 to 90. It's also a sort of behavior that not everybody just goes back and opens their mailbox the moment they receive a notification. But Messenger, because we are having conversations with friend, family, and it's kind of been in that behavior that we just keep looking at our social media apps. Click-through rate, email 1 to 5%, maybe 7 to 8 if you're really good at your writing and sales skills there. But Messenger, we've seen up to 40% open rates, anywhere between 20 to 40. And then the last part that I really love is the usage of media. The most you can put inside an email is probably an image. And even if you had to, like, if it was a short message that you really want to deliver, you still have to kind of let people click on it, go to a landing page or go to a Vimeo page where you hosted the video. Within Messenger, you can use any type of media. You can walk your prospect through a certain, nurture sequence, introduce them. Hey, here's a quick video from, our sales guy, or he's talking about, here are our service offerings, or here's a quick video about the founder, why this product is the best fit for you. And then they are still not limited to that. Once you start pulling in your product details through integrations, once you start pulling in, other parts of your website and information, it just becomes such a dynamic ecosystem. So more engagement. That's the reason, because you can put in so much engaging content in there. So I think in terms of the leverage, Messenger is definitely there. In terms of adaptation, it's pretty slow. It's still slow. We've started seeing as email and other channels kind of get exhausted, brands are looking for what's next, what is another set of outreach method or a reach method we can use, and Messenger and IG automation stand right up there.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand these metrics now, even just in particular open rates. I mean, if I see something in my Messenger box, it's typically from friends or family, right? So I'm going to be more intrigued to click on it, while my email's full of people soliciting me to buy something. So that's why I think, those open rates make sense, and it just seems a little bit more organic and meaningful to that person. So I definitely understand that.
Absolutely.
Vinay, can you talk a little bit about the MSS framework? If you can just dive into it. And then also, adding on to that, can you also talk about like segmentation and targeting, like for sending messages?
Absolutely. So the MSS framework, this one, all credits go to the company called the School of Bots. They've been one of the prime leaders into marketing through bots, and a very well-known framework. But essentially, it's just this, that you can break down the moment you start thinking about what my bot should include, what conversation should I had. These are the large 3 buckets that you break down your strategy into. So one is marketing. That's where your customers get to know you and enter your world. Sales is obviously when you start, giving them solutions, the same leads that you've acquired. And then support is where you can take care of all questions, whether they are pre-sales, whether they're after sales, or anything under the sun, like FAQs. We've seen that a lot of businesses they probably get more than 200 to 300 messages every day about customer support. And especially this happens with, e-commerce businesses. People want to know where's my product, or maybe they've not received it on time, or there are other questions. People are just leveraging this to begin with, to only take care of that customer service part, where you would otherwise have 3 chat agents that are throughout the day, typing away and answering questions. You can have those in. And then if it also allows you to, apart from the FAQs, if there are interactions that the bot doesn't understand and the customer needs help, they can always be redirected to a human and they can give that dedicated support. The marketing side of it, I really love that. You might have seen a lot of times that, somebody says on this, maybe they have a video in there like, hey, to get a free ebook, comment ebook in below in the comments. And the moment you do that, you'll see that either you get a messenger notification or you will get a message in your IG, and that will take you through a conversation flow in terms of, hey, glad to send you a ebook. Can we have your email address? And then you type your email address in, and then further down that funnel, somebody could upsell you on something. Similarly, like we said in the beginning, you can just DM someone with a particular keyword, and then the automation can trigger and have an entire simulating what you would have with a human being, an interaction. So these are like just a few methods how people enter your market or your customer base, and then selling whatever services you have. They can just be a part of the same conversation. It just makes it so important, because we've seen that every time somebody sees an ad on Facebook, clicks on it, goes to a landing page, there's a huge drop. And then from that landing page, when you take them to maybe a product page or you take them to a sales page, there's a huge drop. And that's because the customer has to go through those barriers. Keeping everything within the Meta ecosystem is definitely helpful in that way, because if you seamlessly let the customer jump through those hoops without leaving a particular application, they see an ad on Instagram and then probably just go through the funnel entirely on Instagram, that's reducing all of that friction and leading to better results at the end.
Awesome. Thank you for providing that. I know it's it's in depth, but there's many different ways you can leverage this messaging automation tool. And also, if you're already leveraging a strategy for your online chat channels, you can leverage, you could mimic those strategies in platforms like Instagram or Twitter or TikTok.
Absolutely.
What solutions can, we leverage to help with this automation?
So we've tested a bunch of these in the past, and I think these are one of the best tools that are available, which are no code, and you can easily configure and create those customer journeys. ManyChat is one of the main ones that we use. Chatfuel is another one. There are certain nuances and certain features that one or the other of these platforms do not use. And then we've got Customers.ai, which was previously MobileMonkey. They also provide a bunch of SMS automations that you can plug in. So you can go ahead and check these out. All of them offer a free trial period as well to test out and see if this fits your business.
Sweet, thanks.
Thanks, Vinay, for walking through that with us about automation. I mean, there's a particular client that I'm working with right now. We're working on the organic social, has a ton of organic engagement. I think the IG bot automation will be like a huge help also, just to kind of get people to interact more. And also we can try to give them promotions through this, more of a better interaction than just commenting on their comments that they leave. But yeah, so if you guys want to learn more about this, visit our website at digicom.io, or you can email us at heyman@digicom.io, as well as Danielle at digicom.io.
Thanks, guys.